Welcome back to Karen's Bookshelf. My name is Karen Osman, and now it's time for the book that changed my life. And I'm delighted to welcome author Ian Rankin to tell us about the book that changed his life. Ian, what is that book for you?
It would be The Prime of Miss Jean Brodie by Muriel Spark. It's a novel, very short novel, very easy to read, set in Edinburgh in the 1930s. Important to me because, for various reasons, I wanted to be a full-time writer. I went to university, got my degree, came out, begged to be let back in again to do a PhD, and the PhD subject was Muriel Spark. Those 3 years when I was doing that PhD, fully funded by the taxpayer, was when I got the time to start trying to write full-time. So I owe it all to Muriel Spark. Miss Jean Brodie is a descendant of a guy called William Brody, she tells us in the book, who's a real-life character from Edinburgh history, who was a gentleman by day and a thief and a crook by night. He was good and evil in the same person. Robert Louis Stevenson, when he was a kid, had a wardrobe in his room that had been made by this guy, William Brody. And his nursemaid would tell him the story of the guy who was good and evil, which then filtered down through Stevenson's consciousness until he wrote Jacqueline Hyde. So Miss Jean Brodie took me to William Brody, a real character, who then took me to Jacqueline Hyde. And all I've been doing my whole life is rewriting Jacqueline Hyde, talking about what makes good people do bad things, or what causes us human beings to keep doing terrible things to each other. So Jacqueline Hyde, possibly the most important book, but I would never have got there without The Prime of Miss Jean Brodie.
Interesting. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Thank you.
I look forward to seeing you again next week on Karen's Bookshelf.